Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. And on the run up to Blackpool, I'm interviewing some of the biggest creators, dealers, producers that are going to be having a stand at the Blackpool Convention, because Blackpool is all about the dealers. And it's one of the biggest dealer halls I've ever seen. And one of the best dealers and producers that is going to be there is marvelous Matthew Wright. Matt, how you doing, mate?
I'm all right, buddy. How are you?
Mate, I'm telling you right now, your booth is one of the first booths I go to. What I do when I get there, I turn left, I get sucked into Mark Mason and buy everything he's got, and then I carry on going, and then you're over there on the left-hand side, and I just drop all my money with you, because I know you're one of the few people that make a real effort, and you always bring out new stuff at Blackpool. There's always excitement. There's always a buzz. You've always got a massive crowd around you. It's why I wanted to do this interview with you, because I just know you're going to have about 1,000 products out at Blackpool.
I've got loads coming, yeah.
I thought you would do. And I was hoping I could get you to spill the beans on some of them.
Well, I can give you a quick rundown on a few. It's funny that you mentioned Mark Mason there, because Mark was my hero growing up, and I very, very much based my pitch for the convention on Mark. Mark performs, I perform. There's only a few dealers who actually perform and put on a show. So if you come to my stand, you're going to get a show. And this year, I've just been counting. I think I've got 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 new things. 2 of them have already been released in the last month, but 11 new things. 9 of them are brand new for release at Blackpool.
Well, I want you to break all 11 of them down. This is going out a few days before Blackpool. People are watching this. They're excited. They've got money burning a hole in their pocket. They've been saving up all year for this. I know you've got deals that you want to talk about. I know you've got tricks. You've got products. Your stuff is always amazing. I've never seen a bad Matt Wright product, a marvelous effects product. I've never seen anything other than awesome. And I know it's going to be brilliant.
It is going to be brilliant. This one is going to be amazing. This is called Star Draws. That's incredible. E19.
Okay.
Oh, go on.
Okay. I don't just want to see boxes. I want to know what all this stuff is. Right. Let's start with the 2 that have recently come out that you're going to have there, because they will never have seen a Blackpool. What are those 2?
Okay, I've got my Card Under Anywhere wallet, which is my card under glass.
I love that. I gave that
for walk around.
I love that.
You did, thank you very much. I've got Beyond Reform, that you also did a great review for, which I think is the best Torn and Restored card ever. So yes, those are the 2 that's already
went on record as saying it's the best Torn and Restored card I've ever seen. I gave it 150%. And at the session, is it
Elliot Gerard?
Elliot. I met Elliot at the session. And I told him, I said, you're handling with the way that he got into it, with the transposition between the 2 cards, and then the torn transposition, and then I said to him, it's genius. He's really
a very, very clever guy. And I'm really proud of both of those routines. Those are both going to do well at Blackpool, but there is some new stuff, which I'm expecting is going to go really, really well, because it's unlike a lot of things that have ever been seen before. So I'm happy.
Let's break it down. What you got?
Star Draws.
They're crayons.
They are crayons. Yes. They are crayons. I don't know. Am I allowed to show this before release? This is like 3 days before release. These are going to be released at Blackpool. I guess it's a mind reading routine with crayons. You can pick any color you want. We then talk about Star Wars, and then this crayon in your hands will automatically say you pick green. Name a green Star Wars character.
Yoda.
So that crayon will morph into a little sculpture. I don't know if that is going to pick up on that.
No, that comes out. That is awesome.
So a little sculpture of Yoda. It's wonderful. The routine's brilliant. It's me and Jamie Williams. There are 6 crayons in there. Each morphs into a different Star Wars character.
You know, that reminds me, if Lolly Hero by Steve Rowe and your Celebrity, if those 2 got together and had a baby, that would be the result right there. That's
exactly. That's kind of where the inspirations for them all came from. But the fact that you get to choose which color you want, and you've got 6 on the fly, on the go, 6 different results. I think it really, really is. And that's a great price as well for what's gone into that. That's, what is it? $40 40 quid.
That's insane.
It's a
And that's the sort of trick that table hoppers will love in restaurants. It's also the sort of thing you can do in a family show, in a kids show. You can do it close up. You can do it on stage.
Yeah,
It's a
absolutely.
really
It works for everything. You can do it as a magic trick. You can do it as a mind reading trick. So I think that's going to be really, really popular. I'm really, really looking forward to demoing it. I've got a great routine for it that I know people are going to love. And part of that,
I just want to point out, by the way, don't overlook what Matt said there. One of the things that I love about your product so much is the fact that you have live performances and you teach a full routine. The amount of tricks that I review, and it's like, here's a trick, here's how to work it out yourself. While you take Beyond Reform, multiple live performances. You've got a very different routine to Elliot. You break down both routines step by step. Same with the card and wallet. You when you buy a Matt Wright product, it's a little bit like buying a Scott Alexander product. You're not just buying the trick, you're buying a fully worked out routine with all the lines and the patter. Literally, you just plug it in and away you go. I just wanted to point that out.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Scott Alexander does provide full routines, but he charges hundreds of dollars for them. I chuck them in for free, so you're getting a bargain with my stuff for sure. Also, with that, there is another trick that comes along with it, and I think I might include it for free. With it, I'm selling it separately, but I might include it for free. It's called Easy Force, Easy Force. Because I'm a technophobe, I'm rubbish with technology, and I wanted to be able to force anything on my phone, anything at all, so I can force a location on. You go on Google Maps and you zoom into anywhere on the map, and I can tell you where you've zoomed into. You can do a book test. I don't know if it's the first book test on a mobile phone, but you can go into your Apple Books, you swipe to any book. This is a spectator, swipes to any book, swipes to any page in that book, zooms in, looks at one of the words, and I can tell you what word you're looking at. Incredible. And I use it also to force a Star Wars character. So you go onto Google, if you pick green, you type in green random things and you scroll through, and whatever you press, it will zoom into Yoda. It's a fantastic product.
Is that an app?
No, it's not even an app. That's how technophobe free I am. You don't need updates. It's not going to crash. It's not going to any external URLs. Nothing. It's really, really easy. Easy Force. It's technology. It's phone technology, phone magic, dumbed down to the very, very lowest level so that I can do it, so that anyone can do it.
That sounds amazing. Like, I use my phone a lot in performance. Like, I use it a lot. And, having the ability to do that would be great.
I think it's a very visual way of doing like a digital force bag, but without asking any weird, think of a number. Why would I think of a number? I don't want to think of a number. I just want to look at an image and press it, and that's it. And I've forced it. It's really, really clean and really super simple. I love it.
That's great. That's amazing. That's
and it's I had the idea and came up with it, and the technology behind it is I had to get someone else to do that side of it. But once you've done it, it's super, super simple to use. And I think it's going to take a lot of people by surprise because it hasn't been done before.
Wow.
It's a completely new technique.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, I think so.
My mind's racing with ideas for that. I mean, you could do so much with it.
Anything. You can go on eBay and predict what, scroll down and just randomly press. You can go on Amazon deals of the week and press on anyone. Anything that you can do on your phone, I can force and predict.
Wow. Okay, I'm sold. Right, immediately.
It's going to be amazing.
Wow. Okay, so you've set the bar high with those two.
Yeah, okay. Well, sticking on that theme of technophobes, I love apps, but what I don't like about using special apps, like I use AnyWeb2, Inject, Wikitest, all of those things. I don't like borrowing the phone and go, can I borrow your phone? Go on to Google. What's he doing? I just go on to Google if you're going on to Google. So there are NFC tags that have made that job easier.
Yes.
So that you can use Wikitest, you can use any of those really popular high-tech.
I mean, they're great, but the problem is they're difficult to palm, and you've got to hold them in your hand, and you've got to, like, I've seen people put plasters. Oh, what's that? What? I'm telling everyone now, we didn't set this up. I didn't know what this product is.
So this is an NFC tag. These are interchangeable trays, each with their own NFC tag that can slip into a little Sonata gimmick that you finger palm. And now as you pick up, you don't even need to touch their phone, just grab their phone and pass it to someone else. And you've already got onto Wikitest. You've already onto AnyWeb2. You're already into Inject. So that's E19. Me and Mark Elston have come up with that. There's quite a few routes. I mean, even if you don't have any of the apps, we've come up with some really cool routes.
Oh, you've gone quiet.
I just move it out the way. Oh, okay. So imagine this, you just put your phone face down on the table. I just move it out the way. That's the job done. Now you pick any card from a pack. You don't look at the card. Just put your hand on the card, put your hand on your phone, and ask the phone to tell you what card is, and you turn them both over and they match. It's a really simple routine, but it's a great routine. It's the one that I do all the time. And then you can swipe out the tray, put in another tray, and you're straight into your Inject or Wikitest or whatever else you want to do with your fancy apps. So I think that's going to go really well. It's like a modern thumb tip. It's a tool more than a trick. We're going to set up a Facebook page, and I'm sure all the clever kids that are into all this NFC stuff, because it's very, very virgin territory at the minute. It's very new territory, and I think it's going to explode very soon. So I'm really excited for that, because that gives you the tools to now do everything covertly.
That's really good. It's not a sexy brand new release, but it's the sort of thing that will make anything that you do so much easier and stronger. That's a really, like, I want one of those straight away.
It's a modern day thumb tip.
Yeah, that's a great description of it. Modern day thumb tip. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I love that. Oh, it's a black velvet bag.
It is, yeah. Now you like the nut dropper. I know you like the nut dropper.
I love the nut dropper.
Yeah,
I still say the nut dropper is probably the best trick that Matthew Wright has ever brought out.
I wouldn't argue with you. Yeah, I wouldn't. Well, until now. Because this is Go Nuts, which is like a nut dropper on the go. So everything's self-contained in this bag. You can put it on the table. You can get the spectators to hold it or whatever you want to do. Not only is it inside an orange, it's now inside a little Kinder egg. And then inside the Kinder egg is the walnut. And inside the walnut is the borrowed ring. And this is all ready to go. There's no reset. I mean, you can use a real walnut if you want to, but this is an instant plastic, realistic looking walnut, and then you can pop it inside the egg. This goes inside the orange, and you can load it all inside the bag in the same, just in 1 second. Everything's in there, and you're ready to go.
So you can now do nut dropper walk around. Just give people the bag when you walk over to the group. Do whatever you're going to do, and at the end you go into the bag, you take it out, and you're done. Exactly.
1 second load, take it out of the bag, and everything's done. Pop it on the table if you're doing dinner table. Put it in the center of the table. Do your ring on string routines or whatever else you're going to do, and then you're ready to go. That's walk amazing. Around. People just hold the two little cords. People hold onto the cords, leave the bag dangling, and you're straight in.
That's amazing. I mean, 2 questions on that. One, you could even use that on stage if you wanted to. Like, you could have somebody and hold onto that bag and do the nut chopper routine that you've already published, but on stage with them holding onto the thing from the beginning, which is amazing.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, with the nut dropper, I had to have it inside a special box, and it was all set up. And if you nudge the box, the wall might flip down. There's no way of anything closing here. Me and Mark Southworth designed the gimmick together. I won't show you. It's really, really cool. So yeah, I mean, you could do it just in your pocket as well. You don't need the bag. If you put the thing into like a jacket pocket, you can do it just in the jacket pocket and take the orange straight out of there.
And if people haven't heard of nut dropper before and you don't know what it is, the whole idea is that you borrow a ring, the ring vanishes, and it appears inside an orange, inside a Kinder egg, inside a nut, a walnut, which is just ridiculously good. What's the reset like on that?
Well, you have to prep the orange. That's the only thing you have to prep. Once you prep the orange, you do that before you leave the house. You have 5 or 6 of those prepped, and you can, or 10, or however many tables you're going to do. Prep those oranges before you go. To reset, once you go back to your box, is about 15 seconds, 10, 15 seconds to reset everything, and you're ready to go again.
So you could literally go from a table at a close-up job, nip over to where your close-up case is. 30 seconds later, you're ready to go and do it again at another table.
Yeah, 100%. Less than that. Yeah, 100%.
Wow. That's great. And Nut Chopper hasn't been around for a long time. Like it was one of your first releases from memory.
It was my first ever release. Yeah, it was the first release I did, and like I say, I still think it was like one of the best value for money. The amount of detail you got on the DVD. I think I'm going to include it. I'm editing everything together today, so I think I'm going to put the old Nut Dropper footage and the old routines and everything back on there, so you can watch that along with a lot of new stuff that I'm doing as well.
That's amazing. That's great. Wow. I mean, one thing that I'm seeing so far with all of these routines that you're showing me is they're workers, they're commercial. It's not like you're showing me a flap card that's going to break within 3 seconds, that's like works from like one angle. If you stand on one leg and squint, it works. Like this is stuff that's designed to do in the real world for real people.
Well, when I designed a lot of these tricks, some of them are designed because I need them, like the Easy Force. I've never found anything that does what I need to do on a phone. There's all these brilliant apps, but I have a very specific needs and a very specific way of wanting to do my tricks, and it didn't exist. So that's why I came up with that. The Nut Dropper, I wanted to do the Nut Dropper. It's my favorite trick, and I wanted to do it close up, so I had to design something. It's been years in the making and redesigning of that. Literally 3 or 4 years I've been trying to figure out how to do it, and we finally sussed it. Another thing that I need, something that I desperately need, is this. This is a 26 card index.
Wow.
So in one pocket. So I don't keep 26 cards in there, but you can do. I keep all my D4M things in one side. I've got all a load of notes. I've got a big jumbo thing in the top here. So it's a very versatile prop, but it's called the 26. It's a 26 card index. They go for a lot of money. This one's going for $30, 30 quid.
Your prices are just so ridiculous. Like they're so cheap.
I'm a working class lad, you know, and I know that that things are expensive and times are hard. So let's make things affordable. I mean, the brass buttons, I'm praying that this is going to be ready for Blackpool. It's touch and go. I think it will be. This brass buttons at £40 is incredible value. When you look at what coin sets go for, this is like a copper, silver, brass, but the just look at the quality one. This is a poker guard, they call it, a poker chip that you put on top of your poker chips. You win them. It's beautiful, beautiful coin.
Metal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's lovely.
And we've got a copper washer, a rusty washer, and a little blue button.
Okay, and what are you doing with those 3?
This is a copper silver brass routine.
Please don't tell me you've made copper silver brass out of a button.
Yeah. So four holes in this one hole in this one, and when it's all together, it makes this solid chip.
How does it do that?
Well, we've got a brass and a thing. Let's just do a little bit of business.
Oh my God, the holes in the, oh my God, Matt.
Such a beautiful design, such a beautiful design.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, I think so. Again, me and Mark Southworth. Mark's a genius, and when we get together, we create some really cool things.
That's just incredible. And you got a regular button, a regular washer, and a regular.
You get everything examinable, so you can finish the routine as you normally would. Regular rusty washer, regular coin, regular button, and then you get the gaff as well. Now it's $40.
mate, that's the best copper silver. I've got. I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass here. I've got like, I'm a coin guy.
Yeah.
I've got like Todd Lassen copper silver brasses. I've got Jamie Schoolcraft copper silver brasses. I've got copper silver brasses that I've paid 500, 600, 700 quid for. That's better. That right there. The fact that you're using three completely different objects.
Yeah.
That's one of the most exciting things I've seen on Magic TV since I've been doing this whole thing.
Well,
that is
bless
amazing.
you, man. Thank you. And I'm just praying that we have them for Blackpool. I'm hoping we do. We should do. So come along to the stand.
We'll put at least 3 aside for me and Ryland. At least 3.
Man. That will do.
That's
Rescue mission.
What?
Rescue mission. It's straight out of my stage act, and it's all about rescue dogs.
Well, I know that you love magic with dogs. Oh,
yeah. So it's a fully fleshed out stage routine that's right out of my own working repertoire. What you just did then, that's exactly the reactions that you get. It's easy, not easy in magic, but you can get astonished reactions, you can get laughter, you can get cheers, you can get horror. It's very, very difficult for a routine to give you tears and move you emotionally that direction. Rescue mission does exactly that. It brings you to tears. I get people at the end of the show coming up asking if they can donate to the charity. It's a really, really emotional routine. And if you're looking for something to slot into your parlor show or your stage show that just brings everyone down just a little bit, gives you that extra layer of emotion, this is it, because there are so few routines that do it, and this does that for you. It's brilliant. It comes with all the props that you need. It comes with some videos, so you can play on if you're doing big screens or anything. If you've got a video wall, anything like that, we've got all the pictures of the dogs, a video of the dogs that I've made. It's a really, really strong emotional routine, and it's something that I'm really happy to bring to market.
That's amazing. It's it's very rare that a working pro will take something that's directly out of their act and just offer it up to everybody. So I mean, that's except what's the price on that?
45.
Oh, it's just nuts, Matt. No offense, because Scott Alexander's one of my favorite magicians in the world, but if Scott put that out, he'd probably be charging $1,000.
100%. He would. It'd be between 500 and 1,000. Scott will put that out for. I know, and it's got everything that you would have. It's got all the gags in there, because there is plenty of gags. It's very funny. It's very emotional. It's in my show, and I don't put shit in my show.
I know you don't.
Yeah.
There's a reason why your theatre's sold out every night, every single night. Yeah.
And talking about that, there is a reason the theatre's sold out, and that brings me on to my next release, which I think, how to fool friends and entertain people.
What's this?
It's an absolute breakdown of my theatre show.
As a book or a download, or
it's a 4.5 hour download.
You're breaking down your theatre show.
So you know that Tom Cosby worked with me. So we got Tom over to talk about the show. We show you the whole show in every bit of the show. And then after each act, after each trick in the show, me and Tom talk about it. So we talk about how it works, why it works, the character behind it. But not only that, we go right from the very beginning, from the moment that I open the taxi door to greet the people coming to the show, who I pick, why I pick them, how I warm them up to come into the show, the speech that I do before the show starts to make sure that everyone's in the mood, to the speech that I do at the end to make sure that we get good reviews, how I put them back in the taxi at the end, everything from the moment they arrive, from the moment that they've finished, to make sure that they get the best experience of the show that they can. And you can transfer this into your shows, and how to get your audience involved, and how to entertain them, and how to fool them. So that's what it's all about. It's a brilliant project. Really, really proud of it. And Tom's done a great job. So that is also going to be one of my releases.
Well, 2 things on that. One, you can't pick anyone better than Tom, because he worked with you, so he knows your show inside out. He knows because he worked with you, he knows the process as well, so he knows how to ask the right questions, and he's also an incredible performer himself. But 2, why are you doing this? Like, your show is like, so it's your show, man. I mean, people flock to your theatre to see you because of that show. You've broken everything down there.
Yeah, I mean, not the tricks as such. Having said that, a lot of the tricks are available to buy separately. So, but you can do that. But I just think it's getting to that time now where I'm doing a great show. I want to make sure that people see it, make sure that it's there for history. Kind of tell everyone this is what I do and this is how you do it, because the art of performing is dying really. There's not, I mean, I love YouTube magic and I love people doing it on YouTube, but it's a completely different genre. And what they're doing in that side isn't really happening much over this side anymore. So I want to show people that this is still a good thing. People come to the show and it's amazing that the mums and dads will say, oh, the kids have put the phone down for 3 hours. We've never seen them like sit down and watch something for 3 hours. Like even if you're watching the TV, you're there on your phone or something. You come to the show, you put your phone down and you enjoy a whole magical experience. And I just wanted to show people that that's still possible and how you can do it too.
Oh man, that's amazing. And you go through the customer journey from arrival to departure and all points in between. That's great. That's
brilliant. What I do in the interval, these things are never spoken about. I mean, I know Josh Shea released his 6 Impossible Things. I think I haven't seen it, but I think he's going down more of a technical side for lights and things rather than doing what I'm doing. But they're both very, very interesting projects. I think Josh's is quite a lot more expensive than mine, obviously.
Let me guess. Yours is about $30 or $40.
I haven't decided on the price, but I think it's going to be $30 or $40. Yes.
Why am I not surprised? It's insane. It's insane, but yeah.
Right, well, there you go. 40. It's going to be. I'll type that in now.
So what else we got? I mean, to be honest, already what you've spoken about is more than most, if not all, dealers will have.
Well, there's one more thing, and it's my life's work, really. It's the Wonder Table. It's everything that I've known about magic is put into this table. I was inspired by Tommy Wonder's table. I went to university for 3 years getting a degree to learn how to make it. I've made different variations of it through the years, and now I'm out with what I think will be the final one. And we're going to be launching that at Blackpool.
Wow. I remember your original Wonder Table, which it wasn't out for long. It was literally...
No, it was a limited edition, and they flew out very, very quickly. We can't make them anymore. Andy Hurst was a fabulous engineer, a very good friend of mine, and he's unfortunately passed away. Him and Chris Sticko helped with the design and building of that. I've gone away from that a little bit. Phones have evolved so much since then. They're so much bigger, and they just wouldn't fit in what I wanted them to fit in. So this now, you can fit any phone in there, you can fit a watch in there, it's anything really. And it's going back a little bit more towards the tradition that Tommy Wonder did. I love it.
Wow. And for those people who don't know what a Wonder Table is, it's basically an object to impossible location where you take a watch or a phone or something like that, you make it vanish, and then it appears in an impossible location, which in the original Wonder Table was inside a small sort of phone box, wasn't it? It was like a small phone box that you
in my one. Yeah, in Tommy Wonder's original, it was a wristwatch inside an alarm clock. Mine was a mobile phone inside a telephone that was inside a phone box that had clear things on all sides, so you could see into the box at all times. I've kept with that. You can see into this box at all times, but inside the box there's a little gift box that's dangling from ribbons, and it's raised off the floor.
Wow.
So you can see the thing is completely isolated, and it's all built into a tray. that you can move, and it packs down into something that will fit into a flight case, so you can take it on a plane. The phone box was very, very big and very heavy. This all fits
Yeah,
down.
because you had to have a big table for that, and with Thomas, you had to have a big table.
Yeah.
You built it into a tray.
Yeah, into a small wooden tray. Yeah.
Hang on. I know, obviously, how your original version works and also how Tommy's version works. And I can't even imagine how you could build that into a tray.
Technology, isn't it? 3D printers and all that sort of thing. Just you can imagine something, and you can, if you know how to design it, you can get anything made nowadays. So it really streamlines the whole process, and it's allowed us to really, really take that genius that Tommy did and bring it more into modern world with modern techniques.
And for those people that don't know the method behind this, it's so cool. You know, there's that old expression, isn't there, Matt, where the method is cleverer than the effect. Or in this case, I want to say that the method is even more exciting.
It is. It's a brilliant method. Oh. Magicians look at it and they go crazy for it. I remember the original that Tommy Wonder did. Max Maven looked at it and just laughed. Max Maven was just laughing and saying, "You're a crazy, crazy man." This is along the same lines. I remember at the show once, a guy asked me how his phone ended up inside that clear box inside that phone. And I told him step by step exactly what happened. And he just said, "No, it didn't." And he wouldn't believe me. He wouldn't believe me. I told him the exact method. And that was far crazier than him believing that we'd just done it by magic.
That's hilarious. Now, obviously, the Wonder Table is not going to be a £40 product. Please tell me you're not doing the Wonder Table for 40 quid.
No, we haven't set the price, but I think it's probably going to be certainly over one. I'm going to try and bring it around 2,000, I think. If I get it any less than that, I will, but I think it'll probably be around 2,000. But well worth it.
Yeah, it's the sort of thing that if you do a show on a regular basis and you want a showstopper, you want something in that show that just is just ridiculously awesome. This is the one. And like Matt says, if you built it into a table, into a tray, you could very easily flight case that.
Absolutely, no, yeah. It's ready for flight cases. That it should hopefully fit in your carry-on luggage for the plane. That's the plan. Whether it will do or not, I'm not sure, but we're hoping that it's going to be able to go so you can take it as your hand luggage on the plane.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. That is, you know what? I'm excited about everything that you've mentioned, but I think the Wonder Table, I didn't know you were bringing that back out. The fact that the Wonder Table is coming back out, that's just so cool. Absolutely awesome. Matt, thank you so much. I can't wait to see you at Blackpool. And also, if you are in the UK, Matt is also doing a lecture tour on the run up to Blackpool.
I am doing a lecture tour. Shall I quickly run through?
Yeah. Tell us where you're going to be.
6th of February, 6th of February, Portsmouth. 7th, I'm at South London. 8th, I'm in Huddersfield. I'm with family the 9th and 10th. In Llandudno on the 11th, doing a show, my only UK show this year. On the 12th, I'm in Llandudno doing a lecture. Middlesbrough 13th, East Kilbride 14th, Glasgow 15th, Blackpool for the weekend, then Manchester on the 20th, BMS 21st, Wolverhampton 22nd, and Shropshire on the 23rd.
Wow. That's a lot of dates. And then back over to Spain. So
then we're back to open the chamber.
So if you're one of these people that can't make it to Blackpool and Matt's appearing somewhere nearby, make sure that you go and watch him lecture, because he is one of the best lecturers on the circuit by a country mile. And will you have your stuff at the lectures as well?
Yeah, the lecture is the How to Fool Friends and Entertain People lecture. So I'm going through the show and I'm breaking down the show as part of the lecture. If you can't make it to Blackpool and you wanted one of those bundles, send me a message. I can bring it to one of the lecture rooms as well.
That's brilliant. Matt, thank you so much for jumping on Magic TV. I'm going to put a link down below, so make sure you send it to me before this video goes live. I'm going to put a link down below. I'm going to put a link in the description. Just buy everything Matt Wright puts out. He's an absolute genius. And I'll buy you a drink in the Ruskin, Matt.
Cheers, Craig. I will see you there, buddy. Bye-bye.
See you then. Guys, thanks very much for watching. Leave a comment down below. Let Matt know what you think of all of the stuff that he's shown us. I think it's genius. And I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Guys, thanks for watching.